Yes, wow, man, what a performance, man. Israel Adesanya becomes the new middleweight champion, UFC champion. He's defeated Alex Pereira, his nemesis, the guy who's beat him, I think, 3 or 4 times, man. He beat him once in the UFC, hasn't he? And then I think he's beat him 2 or 3 times in kickboxing. Is and most of his fights is as the son has been winning, and then he gets caught, doesn't he? So yeah, he's on a bad record against Manny. Now that guy seems like to be like his nemesis. People are doubting him. People are saying he's gonna get stopped again. He's gonna lose. A lot of trash talking. Even Pereira, Alex Pereira, he basically he was trolling Izzy and all that with this. He knows Adesanya likes anime and all that shit. Trolled him a bit, didn't he? But it was sweet, man. That victory for Adesanya, and just shows he is, I think, outside of Anderson Silva, he's the greatest middleweight fighter. I think he's on his way, isn't he? If he does a bit more, maybe he could become the greatest middleweight UFC champion. It's going to be between him and Anderson Silva, because Silva had a long reign, didn't he, before he lost. But Adesanya's done something where Silva's not, where I mean, he avenged the loss, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? Like, he avenged the loss. Silva had a close fight with Charles Sonnen, didn't he? But and the rematch, he managed to win, but he lost to what's that clown, man? He lost to Chris Weidman. Yeah, so Adesanya, he's done like the greats, a lot of the great fighters, like Chris Weidman, not Chris Weidman, like GSP, who lost. I think GSP lost twice, but he came back and avenged, and he reigned for a long time. So Adesanya, he's pushing to be one of the greats. He might not be the GOAT, but he'll be one of the greats. And the knockout, man, because he was hurt, wasn't he? He was in the corner, he was backing up, he was hurt. Alex Pereira teed up on him, and then Izzy, in between the punches, just counted him 1, 2, and that hook sent him to sleep. He caught him in that right hand. It was like a temple shot, and then the left hook on his way down, and then he gave him a good fist bump, one of them UFC fucking hammer fist. That's what it's called. While he's on the floor in it, and did the celebration in style. 3 arrows. That was just, it made me laugh, man. It made me laugh, but yeah. And then you got people now like making excuses, saying that it's 3-1 or 4-1, that he needs to give him a rematch. I don't think he does. I think Pereira's got to move up, hasn't he? The guy's too big, isn't he? He's too big for the weight. He needs to move up in it, and maybe Izzy will move up light heavyweight, and they could fight the fourth fight. Where they're both. I think it'll be decent, because Pereira, like I said, he's draining himself to make weight. He's a weight bully, but he's made the weight, and whatever it is what it is, isn't it? Maybe he might take punches better when he moves up in it. But I think if he moves up, I think that's it. I think this is it for Pereira. He moves up. I don't think he's gonna have as much success for the bigger guys, because they're gonna be able to take his shots a bit better. So I think for him, maybe he's gonna want the rematch. A little last payday. But apart from that, he moves up, he's gonna struggle. That's what I think, anyway. Yeah.